Hey guys, this is Multi24 Gaming with Extreme Landings Pro, and I am here with a flight. Yes, it's just a flight. There's nothing crazy going on. We are just going to take a nice flight in the Boeing 777. That is what we determined this plane was most resembled by. We have a request. Now, I'm a little bit shaky on the subject of requests, as I started doing them a long time ago, and before long was getting more than 20 requests a day for flights. So my requests, I will be taking them to an extent, especially because over the summer, mostly because, I will not have my gaming computer for a long period of time because it will be on a ship going overseas, because I will be moving overseas. It's very complicated, but I will have a lot of time to be recording on my Mac, and so that, warrants for a lot of Extreme Landings videos. Now, my choosings of Extreme Landings requests will be completely random, like completely. No, preference will be given to anybody based on anything. Because I have a hard time with it. I have a hard time. I'm a very sentimental person, and so I have a hard time, taking requests and getting everybody's, because at first I tried really hard. But regardless, I'm done with the subject of requests. We have one here. Sam Garcita, or Garciet, I'm not exactly sure how you say it, but if you guys have been on my live streams, or on my channel recently at all, you would know him. He was this notorious, I don't know where that came from. His picture is now a cat, but originally it was a frickin' awesome chihuahua. Regardless, he gave me two choices. I'm actually going to do them both, because how can I, resist this? But that is for a different time. This time, we will be doing Easy Mode. Multi-24 Gaming Easy Mode. Boeing 777, Real Situation, SBSP-SBGL. No clue what that means. We'll find out. Average faults, and that's just a really easy one. So, I guess there are going to be faults, but we're going to see how this goes. We have Flight Simulator. We're going to go to the aircraft and select the aircraft. We're going to have we'll have a pretty heavy load. How about that? Quite a few passengers. Yeah, we've got enough fuel. We'll go with that. No matter what, the plane will start refueling, so, I mean, we're fine there. We're going to make our failure average. And let's see here, info. We are going to go to the weather and change it to real situation. Now, it is in Brazil. He would like me to fly in Brazil, so that's what we're going to do. Brazil's all the way over here. SBGL, that's Rio de Janeiro. SBGL. We are going to Rio de Janeiro. SBSP. We must find SBS. Aha! SBSP. So we're going from Congonhas to Rio de Janeiro. Good deal. Alright, I don't want to lose the music, because that seems to be happening. SBSP to SBGL. Don't worry, guys. I'm educating myself. I soon will buy Prepare 3D, a license to be a student for Prepare 3D, and I will learn to fly. But as of right now, my knowledge on airplanes is still rather limited. I sort of accidentally got myself into being the king of extreme landings on YouTube. So, we've selected that. We're going to hit confirm, and we're going to go to the takeoff. Real situation. We don't know exactly what the weather's going to be. Well, it appears it's going to be nighttime. It's going to be a nice nighttime flight. I really like the way this plane looks when it is at night. I love the cockpit, the way it looks. And I don't... dang, I have a hard time deciding whether to stay in the cockpit. You guys, when you request, if you do, tell me whether you want me to be out of the plane or in the cockpit, because I always have a hard time figuring out what I want to do. Because you get to see the graphics in the cool plane from the outside. But I actually think I want to do this flight, at least takeoff and landings, actually in the cockpit. So, I might be sniffling a little bit, guys. For some reason, whenever I record, my nose gets kind of itchy. Very, very Boeing, those lamps there. We're in our cockpit. We've got our two amazing, whatever you call them, thrusters. They make the plane go. We've got the two engines on either side. We can look around our whole cockpit. That's with the new 2.3 and above planes. You can do that. You still can't do that with the other ones, which is kind of bothersome. Really wish you could push these buttons, but I suppose I'm going to have to get Prepare 3D or FSX for that. and so we're going to start this puppy up. Alright, I'm going to try and remember the keyboard controls for this, too. Alright, I'm going to start the left engine first. Let's see about this. We're actually going to go outside the plane. Oops, my bad. Alright, so we open up 4, right? It's been a long time, guys. And we're going to start this puppy up. Good deal. We're going to go to the other side. Alright, both engines are up and running. And the plane's ready to go. Flaps are going to go half down. Nope, we're already going... I didn't mean to do that. Flaps are going half down. Getting ready for takeoff. We are very tall in this cockpit. We're very tall. Alright, we're moving. We're gonna go to like 75%. We want this to be a smooth ride for our passengers, though we do have average faults, so stuff will go wrong. It's just really does largely depend on what's gonna go wrong. Okay, we're gonna increase the full throttle. It's pretty far. We'll use the time, I think, ability. I think we should get there just fine. Coming pretty close to the end of the runway here. I'm starting to get a little worried. Hopefully this plane takes off. Oh, yep, we're up. Good deal. Gears coming up. Go out of the plane to see it come up. More or less. There we go. We have taken off from SBLP. I've already forgotten it. Alright, so we are in the plane, and we are increasing in altitude. We're also turning in the direction that we need to be turning to get to Rio de Janeiro. So we are already at 1,000 feet. I'm not increasing it too high of an altitude as we're still going pretty slow. I think it's about time we put those flaps up. Alright, flaps are up. Good. Alright, and we are en route. Good deal. Plane seems to be drifting a little bit. I don't really... Oh, yeah, I don't know what the weather is either. Should tell us, maybe. But, yeah, we've got a bit of a ways to go. So, I am going to hit time. Oh, boy. Or we could just chill around in the cockpit. Maybe mid-flight we'll do that. I'm gonna make the 77. Uh-oh, we've already got an alarm. What's this? Oh, shoot. It's a roll. Okay. Let's figure out our altitude. We're still increasing. We'll get to about 10,000 feet and cap it off there, just because. I'm actually going to set the altitude thing at 10,000, so I don't have to worry about it later. So, which way? It's roll, but I don't know which way we can roll. Now, a lot of people seem to be getting roll confused with how much fuel I have. As you can, a lot of people, whenever I land sometimes in extreme situations, people are like, oh, you could have landed easily, you just had to turn on, or like, transfer fuel over to the other engines, because you need the engines to land. Well, not necessarily. See, I've got full fuel in both engines, there we are, and I still have a roll problem, meaning I can't turn in a certain direction. So, that does happen. Brazil is looking pretty fabulous down there. I gotta get rid of this stuff. Take a look. Oh, there's another airport. That's cool. We've basically capped off at 10,000 feet. This is where we're gonna be flying. It's not too high up. I really wish that you could go back there. I'd really like to do that. I also would really like this music to stop. Alright, guys, so we're in the plane right now. We're in the cockpit. I had to change some stuff, change some music stuff because I didn't like the music, because it wasn't realistic, and it was kind of weird, because there is an alarm that's actually happening right now. That was a completely unintentional stare at the ceiling, but it is the alt systems. Now that usually indicates that we're going to have fuel issues, which does bother me to a large extent. Here's our fabulous plane. It's looking pretty good. We are going to go to the panel, see, okay, alt system, what is this? What's... Oh, I see. Never mind. Altitude. Blah. Alright, so it's not going to tell us our altitude. So that means our autopilot for altitude is off too, which means we cannot speed up time. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a very long flight. I'm actually trying to think of what I'm gonna do. So, it appears that I have sort of made a bargain. Basically, what's happened is I have decided to go on this amazing flight. And the first thing to go wrong is the altitude system, and I'm not allowed to use autopilot when the altitude system is broken, because then we'll crash into a mountain. Autopilot will drive us into a mountain, and das ist nicht so gut. The truth is, I'm going to be here for a long time, because I'm going to finish this flight. I'm going to finish it, because Sam wanted me to. So it appears that I'm going to be sitting around and doing pretty much nothing for a while. Maybe I could play tic-tac-toe. Ooh, we could have a game of tic-tac-toe or something. That would be cool. But I would have to play myself. Oh, I got an idea. No. No. Ooh, I could play against the calculator. I got a calculator here. Guys, you're just going to sit here for a couple seconds while we fly, because this is what flights are. You're literally sitting in the cockpit, going in a specific direction, being driven by autopilot for hours. So, you guys sort of signed up for it. And if you're still watching, then you must be interested, or you're Sam. One of the two. I am talking to you right now, Sam. So, I'm just going to sort of position this there and try and figure out how I could play tic-tac-toe on the calculator. I need to learn some games you can play against yourself, because I can't really play against you. Something sounds bad. I know that sound. I know that sound. That's a bad sound. Oil pressure. Shoot. Bad, 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 bad. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Oh yeah, I decreased the throttle. Throttle's going down. Chill out. Chill out. Throttle, go down. Autopilot's on. Autopilot's on. Turn autopilot off. Bad. Turn. There. Okay. Whew. Bad, bad, bad. Alright, we're good. We're good. Okay, so obviously we don't really need to be playing against ourselves. Playing a game against ourselves. Okay, we're decreasing in speed. Frick. Alright, so obviously we've got a problem. That is a problem. Average faults. This is so easy, Sam, like you said. That engine's going to blow up any second. Alright, we're losing speed. Cruising speed. Alright, we're going to have to go to the engines. We can't mess with the autopilot now. Which engine is the one that's not screwed up? Oh, that's close to blowing up. That is very close to blowing up. We can probably still get something out of it, though. We're going to max throttle our engine to the right. That one's running perfectly fine. The oil's really hot in this one. I don't know if it'll go down. I'm slowly going to turn this. We've got the fire extinguisher here in case anything bad happens. What this means is we're going to go, like, really slow. And we don't want to go slow. We want to get as much power out of this engine as we can. I actually want to be able to hear it, so I'm going to turn this engine down. Turning the one to the left up. Let's see how high I can get. Uh-oh, was that 2.1? Oh, it's going down. It's going down. So that's about as much. Oh, shoot, we're still losing bits. There. Can we have it going at that? Now, if I can scoot it up a... Oh, 1.7. How about that? Will it go? We'll go for that. We can turn that one all the way up. Alright. Let's think about this. Alright. That's about the best we're going to do, guys. Either that or we're going to have a very blown up engine, and that's not going to be good for us. So, as long as that doesn't change to 1.6, we don't have to use this. Prefer not to. As that would render power useless to that side of the plane. Nobody wants that. That was a rather new development that occurred pretty quickly. I think that engine's just gonna be smoking for the flight. I'm not sure if there's much we can do about it. But we're flying over some mountains. That's pretty cool. Hello, mountains. Those are pretty tall looking, too. I would go down and say hi, but we have a lot of passengers on board. Now, it'd probably be kind of, I don't know, bothering for some of the passengers to look out their window and to see the engine smoking as it is. I'd be a little worried. But, you know, with me as the pilot, of course, there's no reason to be worried. Actually, I'm trying to think. The higher in altitude, the better, because you can glide down if you lose all power. I think we've already hit all our faults, though. I do want to go closer to the ground so we can see more and sort of like look at more, because it's nighttime and it's hard to see. What's wrong with the flaps? Oh no, we're not gonna have flaps? Okay, that's not a problem. We're not gonna have a hard time slowing down as we're going pretty slow right now anyway. 402 knots isn't bad for only one engine though. That's pretty good. Oh dang, we are well on our way. We're about halfway there. And while we do that, I'm going to fire up my gaming computer, which is right next to my Mac that I'm playing this game on, and I'm going to look up, because, you know, if I do it on here, then we'll lose the screen recording on there follows. Okay, so, I'm on my gaming computer now. I'm going to google.com. Oh, there's some weird stuff going. Okay. Alright, don't look up anything to do with playing games with yourself, or, yeah. Verbal games, just games for one. One-player games, here we go. Because I can't play against you. Because you're not here, technically. It's complicated. Oh, these are all mini-clip. Alright, I give up. Oh, that still sounds kind of risky. It's good. It's good, I guess. Alright, we're passing those mountains. Goodbye, big tall mountains. You can hear that the engine's on that side. Let's look at our little thingy here. Ugh. That's in the way. Can I move it? Nope, bad. I messed with the manual controls. Tag nabbit. See if we can get as much oomph out of this engine as we can. It's gonna actually do something. Okay, it's at 6 EPR. 602. Ooh, that's a little risky right there. 617, 6. Oh, shoot, we're losing it. Back down to 614. There we go. 614 is good. Nope, 614 is not good. We're moving it down. To 6 EPR. Okay, if the oil pressure goes down anymore, or PSI, yeah, we got problems. Should be good. If it goes down to 1.4, we're screwed. No, we're not. We're good. Okay, flaps. This is another fault. Figured that out. Alright, we're back up and running. That was my bad. Sorry for hitting Q, guys. We're pretty high up, I think. You can't really tell. Like, we're not really able to tell our altitude. What are we looking at? Oh, is that water down there? Oh! That's water. Okay. Cool. So, we're flying, let's look at our map. Okay, I see. We're approaching an island that we're gonna fly over. It's gonna be cool. We've made it pretty far, though. This is a full flight, though. This is a legit full flight, so we're gonna stick out this whole flight together. It's gonna be great. I really want to press Q. I'm resisting it. I gotta get a nice thumbnail. That's always struggle. Like, seriously, that's so annoying to me right there. You can't just get a nice thumbnail in this game. I'll try and get my thumbnail perhaps over. Maybe we'll try and do a flyby of the Jesus statue or something in Rio. That would be amazing. I think we're already approaching that island. I think I can see it. Maybe, maybe not. It's a little difficult to tell. Alright, we're back in here. Back in the cockpit. I sort of wanted like a storm or something, but I guess we'll get what we get. That's how flying is. Oh, I could read like interesting facts. Oh, we're going over the island now. I'll read like interesting facts to you guys. You guys can learn stuff. That'll be cool. Oh, bad, bad. That's bad. That's bad. Shoot. We're gonna go here. Don't know why that happened. I didn't do anything to provoke that. Alright, we've only got one engine now. Guess it's not a problem if we put full strain on it. If we lose this one, we're in a bad state. Seems to be running just fine, though. Okay. Gonna be running on half power for a little bit. It's not too bad. Our altitude's still screwy. That was really startling. Alright, I'll read some interesting facts to you guys. Top 100 interesting facts. Top 100 interesting facts. I'm just trying to, like, be engaging with you guys. Ooh, top 100. Okay, here we go. Banging your head against a wall burns 150 calories an hour. You'd be dead after an hour. In the UK, it's illegal to eat mince pie on Christmas Day. I don't know what that means. When hippos are upset, their sweat turns red. A flock of crows is called a murder. Is known as a murder. Okay. Let's see. Okay, this is number 20. An eagle can kill a young deer and fly away with it. Depends on the eagle, I would say. Okay, here we go. Number 13. Unlucky number. Billy goats urinate on their own heads to smell more attractive to females. I know a few people who could try that. 11. If you lift a if you lift a kangaroo's tail off the ground, it can't hop. What the heck? That makes complete sense. The average woman uses her height in lipstick every 5 years. Ew! Ugh, lipstick. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Not judging. Totally 100% judging. Those are boring, interesting facts. Let's do animals. Funny facts. Funny animal facts. Yes. No, not funny animals. Funny animal facts. It's gonna be like turtles can breathe through their butt. Alright. How about this? Sea otters hold hands when they sleep to keep from drifting apart. Aww. Those are 30 happy animal facts that will make you smile. Squirrels plant thousands of new trees each year by simply forgetting where they put their acorns. Let's see here. Turtles can breathe through their butts. Yep, I knew it! It's a little more complicated than that, but I suppose you could, yeah. Mosques in Japan use coins to buy vending machine snacks. Oh, that's a type of... Okay, that's a type of, monkey, but what's annoying is that that's a picture of a monkey on the Galapagos, or not the Galapagos, sorry, the, Gibraltar. And Gibraltar is definitely at the bottom of Spain. Dolphins have names for each other. Puffins mate for life. Alright, that's great. They have a toilet. Funny. Top, funny animal facts. How long until we get there? Oh, we're off course, aren't we? What are we doing? What did I do? No, we're on course. What the heck? Let me just click there. Sure, yeah, that's where we're going. We're pretty close to getting there, guys. We're almost there. It's a pretty long flight. Get back into Flagger Muffin on the world. We're sort of just like over this huge bay. There's like distant, very distant land. What? Hello everybody. I'm here, it's me. I'm feeling a little bit sheepish right now. I don't know why I keep looking around the cockpit. I'll just like keep it still for once. So basically I wasn't necessarily paying attention to the exact direction that the plane was going. And I mean I was paying attention to the direction, just not necessarily the altitude. So basically what happened was, yeah, so guys, you definitely don't need to think anything of the fact that we have all different faults now. We are still in the same plane, heading to the same destination on the same flight, for all you really care. It's a little complicated. There's a bit of a complication involving altitude and a very, very black ocean that did not appear to be visible when... Well, yeah, you got the message right there. That's what happened, but we're good. It's the same flight. We're still flying there. Sam, I know what you're gonna say. Multi-24 Gaming, how did you mess up such an easy flight? I mess up everything. I mess them all up. There's nothing I can do about it. I just messed them up. What's that? Is that the airport? Oh, shoot. Is that the airport? We're already there. Oh, yeah, we're close. Alright. Let's take over manual control of the aircraft. Dang, guys, that was a good flight. We're here. Alright. So there we have our landing strip. This could actually be Rio, the landscape of Rio. And they've just not really put any effort into making any mountainous terrain of any sort. Okay, so after some brief flying around, we have figured out where Rio de Janeiro is. It is here. This is Rio. This whole city right here. And it appears that there's no mountain where the Jesus statue is supposed to be. And there's no really landscaping to indicate that it is Rio de Janeiro. Which is a bit of a bummer, because I sort of wanted to see that and do a flyby. But if there's not one, I suppose that's a little bit of a disappointment, but that's okay. This is about where the mountain should be. So that's that. It's alright, I suppose. It's kind of dumb. But, there's no Jesus statue, it appears. This is where those really cool mountains are supposed to be, and they're just not there. But it's not too bad. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna have a nice sort of circle landing right here. In the cockpit, of course. We're gonna put our flaps all the way down, because we have begun our descent. So flaps are going all the way down. We're decreasing in altitude fairly quickly. There's the runway. We're going to start turning in that direction with the rudder. I don't know our speed. That's a pretty big deal in this game. Or when you're flying, it's very good to know your speed. And if you don't, you're often in a very bad spot. But we're doing pretty good for right now. Just sort of circling around. We're going to decrease in altitude even quicker. As we do have an emergency situation. We've got only one engine. We've got no brakes. You know, we just got to land this plane as quickly as we possibly can. Alright, here we go. This is going to be a little iffy. We're going to be good. Now, I don't know... Alright, here we go. Oh, this is going to be a little bit difficult, guys, but this is what it's all about. Gears going down. Flaps are all the way down. It's going to be a bit of a difficult landing. Holding down like 7 buttons at once. Alright. Go.
100.
Coming in pretty slowly. Hopefully not too slowly, though.
50.
Okay. Add a little bit.
30.
Power.
Retard.
Boom. Touchdown. Good deal. Alright, we're only 6 feet above the air. That's what the altitude says. That's kind of interesting. Okay, now it's time to figure out which brake works. Okay, air brake works. Engine brakes do not. I'm going to leave the engine on. They do nothing when reverse thrusters. We had a bit of an issue with that with the Boeing 747. That was an interesting experience. Involving... We almost went off the runway there for... This is difficult. There we go. Slowing down. In the 747, we had a bit of an interesting situation where we rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled. We're gonna land this puppy and get it to stop moving, though. Okay. Almost got it. We're sort of like moving all over the place because we've only got one engine, so the one engine is at idle, and that's still causing a little bit of thrust, I think. But when I turned off the 747's engines, we drifted for ages, and it was really dumb. I guess I'll turn it off too, though. But now we're only going by air brake. I'm not sure if that'll do the trick or not. We might just roll and roll and roll like we did in the 747, and that would be really annoying. I don't think these flaps are going to make us slow down any sooner, too. You could turn on the engine and try the reverse thrusters. The air brake's not going to do anything at this speed. I mean, might as well. It's not going to speed us up, I don't think. We also don't know our speed. I'm going to use the idle engine to help me get off the runway a little bit. Alright, guys, we have landed it. We finally did it. The Boeing 777 from... Oh, dang, I don't even know the other airport. I do know that this one is Rio de Janeiro, though. Pretty awesome. Let me figure out what the other airport is called. Cusario, something like that. Anyway, thank you all for watching. We actually managed to do it. We did have to go through quite a few funny animal jokes to actually get here without using the speed time thing. And we did have a little bit of an incident in the middle of a bay with altitude, but that was resolved with a sort of... it's a little complicated. It involves respawning, which you can't really do in real life, but that's okay. We did it. Thank you for being here. If you watched this whole thing, I am thoroughly impressed. Good on you. That was you stuck it out with me, and I definitely don't feel alone. So thank you for being here with me and for flying with me on the Rortus flight engine in the Boeing 777 from Casario, something like that, to Rio de Janeiro. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.